Hello everyone, this is George from Your Local Musician. I have been away for a while, but I am ready. I'm back in black, I'm ready to attack. And that was the cheesiest fucking thing that I have ever said in my life, but who cares? We're here and we're ready to rock and fucking roll. So what today's video is going to be about, I was going to make this some sort of a tutorially, is that even a word? A tutorial slight type video, but then I sat back and I realised there's not really much to teach here. What I'm going to be playing with is the Kontakt library from Producer's Choice called Urban Strings. Now if I could explain this, if I could put this Kontakt library into any words at all, I'd say it's fine. That may be a little bit confusing, but it's fine. It's not the greatest string library in the world, but it's okay. It's really good if you're just looking to, use some ensemble type strings. If you're a hip hop producer, like I like to think of myself as a bit of a hip hop producer, so this is the reason why I kind of picked it up. In fact, no, the actual reason why I picked it up is because a couple of months ago, I was recording an EP with a bunch of friends of mine for a guy called Jordan Herbert. And if you haven't heard of him, get onto iTunes, type in Jordan Herbert. You want to check out the latest EP called Just Recently. Plug. But while I was there, I got the opportunity to lay down some strings for a song called You, which you can go and check out on iTunes. Plug again. I laid down some strings and we were using Session Strings Pro from Native Instruments, and I was absolutely blown away. It's probably everything that you could ever want out of a string library. The problem is I don't have nearly 300 quid to buy it. I know, you're supposed to invest in yourself and everything like that, but it comes to a point when I just do not physically have the fucking money. But oh well. So I found this. I found Urban Strings, and I got very excited at first because I thought, okay, right, I'm looking for a solution to this, but it has to be cost effective. And the old saying goes, if you want to buy quality, you have to pay for it. And not to cuss these guys off and say that this isn't just that good. It's great. It's fine. If you've got a spare $40, then buy it. But what I'm going to do here is there's 22 patches in this Kontakt library, most of which are obviously all based around ensemble strings. Now this beat that I've made, I've been working on this for a little bit of a while, but I don't really know where to sort of take it, so I've just bunged these strings in for now, and I'm just going to play you what they sort of sound like. So the first patch that we'll test out is Urban Strings Big Ensemble, as you can see here, and it's a really sort of simple setup. So it's just, you've got your attack, your decay, sustain and release. The only thing that I've really played with is the attack. I'm not going to explain that. If you're a bit of a veteran in this, you'll understand why. But the other thing that I did like is this is just a little bit of a shift in sort of EQ. It's the vintage mode, so it makes everything sound a little bit brighter. So I'm going to play the track through, and we'll do one without the vintage mode, one with. if you didn't notice, you'd be a fucking idiot not to notice this. But obviously, as soon as they come in, these are the strings straight out the box. I've not altered them in any sort of way. I think all I've done actually is turned it down a little bit. They absolutely hit you in the face. If you were watching my my monitor over here, you could see that we were peaking, and obviously that takes obviously a good bit of messing around to figure that out. You know, to really to have that not be a problem anymore. But it's fine, you know, straight out the box. I don't expect an awful sort of lot. I like to play around with sounds a lot, so they do sound like truly sort of unique for what I'm sort of really plugging for. 9 times out of 10, I never really know what I'm going for. So, but when I get something good, it's purely really by accident. But if we try and turn these down like a little bit more, and we'll just see how that sounds, and we'll play that again. I'll not bore you with all of it. We'll go from here, and we'll put vintage mode on now. See, the problem that we had just then with it peaking, that's kind of fixed it a little bit. I did obviously nudge the volume down on the actual instrument itself, so that may have obviously contributed to the sound changing. As I say, yes, that they are a decent set of strings. I see a lot of stuff going on online that are quite controversial, calling them absolute shit, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put it as harshly as that. They are a great set of strings, and they're budget strings really, but they are good. I don't really have it in my heart to completely come out and say that they're shit, because they're not. Well, here obviously there's 22 patches, so we've got orchestral hits, or orchestra hits diminished, orchestra hits major, blah 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 blah, big ensembles. As I say, I mainly use ensemble strings. I absolutely love strings. I'm so obsessed with ensemble strings. I remember back when I was in year 9 of school, I used to sit there in music lessons and just play these really nice chord progressions that I could think that I could just make up on the spot, and I'd be sitting there visualizing all the bits that I could add. So I was a bit of a dreamer, but not to steer away too much from the subject of what the fuck we're going on about here. If we just test out another one, so let's say urban strings full orchestra. Let's check out what that's like. Let's see if that hits us in the fucking faces. So yeah, that one kind of slapped me around the cheek. It was quite shocking, but I think they sound okay. I think they sound quite good with a bit of, you know, messing around. They could sound like really really decent if you are pretty much just using them for the sole purpose of ensemble strings. So if you've, I was about to close off then. No, we're not even listening to it in vintage mode. Right, let's give that a go. Well, you can tell that I've not done this YouTube thing for a while because I am messing up like mad. But if you get the point, you know, These are some pretty decent strings. They're not the best, as I say. If I had the 300 quid, I would be all over Session Strings Pro. It is absolutely fucking amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. But if you're skint like me and you're, pulling in the McDonald's shifts, I don't work at McDonald's, but it's a reference. Please don't go mad. If you want to abuse me in the comments. I'd literally, it's fine. But if you like, if you're after some decent ensemble strings, I'm rambling like hell because this is all coming off the top of my head. It's not scripted at all. Pick up Urban Strings. There's a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I will be honest. If you do pick them up, I do take a small percentage of the sale. So if you do fancy buying them, that would be really cool because you'll be giving your money to me, and that's nice. And you love me, don't you? That's the reason why you should be subscribing now. Hit the subscribe button. Right, pick up Urban Strings. Let's give it one more go, alright? Right, I'm signing off. Pick up Urban Strings. If you fancy some ensemble strings, just pick them up, click that link, pay me some money. I want to buy Session Strings Pro. I need that 300 quid. So, if you fancy buying them, I can get it a little bit quicker. Alright, I'm rambling. Bye.